To have a successful personal brand, we need to begin with understanding that your voice is not just marketing. It is identity. It is psychology. It is trauma healing. It's leadership and the emotional core of your business, because for centuries, women have been told to silence themselves, shrink themselves, and dilute themselves. And that ancestral memory still lives in the nervous system of every woman trying to build a personal brand or any kind of a brand today. The reason why most women struggle with visibility isn't lack of some kind of a skill or confidence or ideas. It's the inherited fear of what happens when a woman is fully seen. A fear backed up by history, from the Scold's Bride to the Burning Times, from being punished for speaking the truth to being labeled as too much, as too emotional, as too loud, as too bossy, as too confident. So when you freeze before posting, when you overthink your content, or you avoid showing up your face on camera, it's not incompetence. It's your protection mechanism. And personal branding begins with making peace with that fear and telling yourself it is safe now. Your voice is not liability. It is your leadership, your asset, your influence. And the main reason people will trust you. This is why finding your voice with your brand is the foundation of everything you build, because branding is not logos or pretty colors or fonts. It is your identity, your clarity, emotional resonance, and the reason people say yes without hesitation. And marketing is simply the vehicle that amplifies that identity. But without a brand, marketing falls flat. Just like, so many people who try to create a business, they start selling something online, but it falls apart because there is no brand. There's no foundation. There's no community. There's no identity. The same thing is happening right now in the coaching industry. So many people are now disappearing because there was a hype and they started building something, but they didn't build a personal brand. They didn't have a brand promise. And so their audience is not connected to them. They just don't feel them, and that's why they don't buy. Humans buy with the limbic brain. This is the emotional brain. And women are especially gifted here because our deep limbic systems make us intuitive. It makes us great communicators, extraordinary storytellers, and natural brand builders. So your job is not to scream, but it's to connect. And connection requires authenticity, not the curated vulnerability or performative softness, but the truth of who you are, what you stand for, and why your work matters. Authenticity in branding means telling the truth with clarity instead of reacting from emotional fragility. It means saying, here's what I believe in, here's what I know, and here's why it matters. Not hiding behind polished sentences or robotic messaging or even worse, somebody else's message. But authenticity alone does not build a brand. You also need authority because people follow leaders, not influencers, and authority is built through lived experience, results, case studies, testimonials, and the consistency of your work, not superiority or perfection. Authority is competence, reliability, and clarity. And to translate your voice into a brand that people actually buy from, your messaging must be clear, emotionally intelligent, and targeted. Most brilliant ideas die because the messaging is scattered and trying to make people believe into too many things at the same time. And your audience already is completely overloaded with trauma from bad coaching, from fake gurus, from manipulative marketing, from bad products. So they shut down when your content overwhelms their emotional capacity. Your message must answer the core questions. What do they want? What's stopping them? What beliefs shaped those blocks? What objections do they hold? And what emotional safety do they need to move? And when you craft content that shifts one belief at a time, stop assuming people understand your values. Stop speaking from your perspective and start speaking from their inner world, their fears, their desires, their emotional stories. Because marketing is not about logic, it is about behavior change. And behavior change is deeply emotional. This is why I created a framework that's called mindful magnetic marketing. It works because people no longer respond to pressure tactics, fake scarcity, bro marketing. They respond to resonance, to truth, to human connection. Marketing is not just ads and branding. That's not just ads or trends or the different platforms. It is the emotional bridge between your mission and the hearts of the people you serve. Personal branding is the soul of your business. In this case, marketing is the voice, and the messaging that you create is the language that turns strangers into believers. When you master these three, you don't need to chase clients, but clients start choosing you because they feel like they belong with you, because your brand becomes a tribe, a movement, a shared belief system, a culture. And women excel here, not because they are emotional, but because they are intuitive. They perceive things so much better. They are relational. They are deeply skilled at reading energy. So to build a successful personal brand, you must own your voice, clarify your message, embody your values, communicate with emotional intelligence, lead with truth, use influence with integrity. Understand that your brand is not what you say, it is what people feel in your presence. If you resonated with this video, if you're building your personal brand, tell me one thing that you will focus on, one thing that sticks. And if you want to be part of this amazing community that I'm building of empowered female entrepreneurs, I have created a free space that you can join. You will find the link below. And I'm so grateful to teach you this, because having an empowered personal brand is going to turn you into an unstoppable woman.